CEO Ronald from Creating a Difference. We've got a bowling ball that's been bowled for 3 games. It started out using a 2000 grit Avalon pad. 3 games were bowled. Now we're going to take a look at the performance and compare it to 2000 grit True Cut by CTD. We'll look at the numbers over here real fast. We've got Specto, the bowling software program. You can actually see the total hook at 24.3. We can also look at the shape and the path of that bowling ball. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change balls. We're going to use the bowling ball that is True Cut 2000 grit and has the exact same amount of shots thrown on it. So those balls look extremely close. Let's take a look at the data. So we look at the data. Those shots were definitely thrown very similar, right? Matter of fact, they're dead on top of each other. There's a little bit of separation here and there's some more separation. Well, how much separation was that? So it looks like the total hook is slightly less than 2 more boards. So 2 more boards of total hook using the True Cut by CTD. If you want more information, make sure you go to ctdbowling.com. Ronald Hicklin, CEO from Creating a Difference. Have a great day. CEO Ronald from Creating a Difference. Oil is not your friend, and we're going to talk about why that is. So we're actually going to have him throw a shot, and we're going to wipe the ball off with a new product called BFP, Big Fluffy Pad. The real question is, how much difference does that make? I mean, he struck on that shot, right? So how bad could it possibly be? Well, let's take a look at some of the Specto data that's going to show us total hook, skid hook and roll, as well as the actual bowling ball path. We can actually take this, click right here, and show the bowling ball going down the lane. What we're going to do is we're going to wipe this ball off this time. This is the Big Fluffy Pad from CTD. It's big, it's fluffy, it gets the oil off your ball in a quick, efficient manner, and will allow you to have a consistent reaction. So how consistent? Or doesn't even matter. Should I have to wipe my bowling ball off? I don't know. Let's find out. That shot struck 2. So the question is there any difference? The best part about it is this is going to tell us. So we're going to start down here. Those 2 shots are dead on top of each other. There's a little bit of separation coming in toward the back end of the lane. And then at the back end of the lane, we can get some real good data here. You can see that the total hook is actually more than a board different. Here's the kicker though. We're going to have him throw one more shot and wipe it off, because that's really the key, right? The real question is, do you get a consistent reaction if you're wiping the oil off of your shot every single shot? This is a dry pad, by the way, so this is a pad that you use dry. You do not have to apply any sort of ball cleaner to it. You don't have to use it. You only use this completely every shot during competition. Let's find out how consistent the reaction is. So let's go take a look. Now, those 3 shots are very similar, very consistent going to the back end. And what does the data say? So the data actually shows us that there was slightly less hook for that 3rd shot. Actually, incorrect. There was slightly more hook for that last shot. This is the last shot right here. So we got a little bit more hook, which is not necessarily a bad thing. This is good because we're actually being able to see the oil on the bowling ball. And this is what a lot of times people do. They don't even wipe their bowling ball off. They just go ahead and throw the bowling ball. We're going to see if there truly is a performance difference between wiping it off and not wiping it off. Uh-oh. That could be trouble. So let's take a look. Those shots are all on top of each other. So oh yeah, it's definitely a good shot. It's definitely actually a good shot. So let's see what happened here. So that shot actually had a total hook of 20.4 boards, the least amount of all of them. You can kind of see the ball motion there. So what this is really doing is showing you why it is extremely important to wipe your bowling ball off every single shot. If you want a consistent reaction, you have to wipe your bowling ball off every shot, and you can do it with the new Big Fluffy Pad from CTD. For more information, check us out at ctdbowling.com. Ronald Hicklin, CEO from Creating a Difference. Have a great day. CEO Ronald from Creating a Difference. We've got 3 pads here, 2,000, 1,500. You can see they've all been used. What I want to show you is how easy it is to be able to clean these pads out. You're just banging on something hard like that. Now, you can see there's a lot of dust coming out of this pad. Obviously, it's 500 grit, right? Look at how clean the pads are. Now, obviously, you don't want to leave this on the bowling center. You'll want to wipe this off and make sure you wipe off the floor.
Maybe that's what you got to do.
Want to have the floor clean. Want to have the pads clean. Make sure you check us out at ctbbowling.com for more information. Ronald Hicklin, CEO from Creating the Difference. Have a great day. CEO Ronald Hicklin from Creating the Difference, doing some ball testing today. I want to show you some product. So you can see we've got a little issue there with our bowler. We've got Specto to give us some actual performance data. You can kind of see what's going on here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to sand his bowling ball. And we're going to show you how we're going to sand it. So let's take a look at this bowling ball. You can see the oil lines on the bowling ball, and the oil lines are actually going this way on the bowling ball. I'm going to take a True Cut by CTD pad at 2,000 grit. Watch this though. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to sand the bowling ball in the same direction as the lines. Now, per USBC rules, you have to sand the entire bowling ball. So we're going to sand the entire bowling ball. But we're going to kind of follow that pattern so that it allows us to get the lines going in a specific direction. Now, you can see now I'm turning the ball a little bit to get the rest of the bowling ball, because you've got to sand the entire bowling ball surface. And what this is going to do, right, we're sanding it with the track, right? What this is going to do is this is going to make his bowling ball reaction change. And we're going to show you kind of the difference. Now, once again, you got to sand the whole bowling ball. So don't think that you can just do the track area and not the entire surface, because you have to do the entire surface. All right. Using that True Cut by CTD, you can actually see the loading of the pad. The best part about this is you can just bang that right out. See, pad's nice and clean, ready to be used. We'll put a little bit of purple stuff on a pad just to get the excess dust off here, like so. And you'll be able to see that we sanded the entire surface of the bowling ball in as uniform as possible condition. And the lines are actually following the direction of his ball track. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him throw that ball again, and we're gonna take a look at the performance data. So you can kind of see the data we had before. Now we're gonna have him throw it again, and you're gonna be able to see the performance change. Plus we'll be able to use Specto to validate what that change was. So it hooked more, right? The ball definitely hooked more. So we go take a look. So you can kind of see here. You want to show that shot? So that ball definitely hooked more, but it wasn't quite enough, right? It wasn't quite enough compared to the first shot. Now that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to sand the ball. We're going to sand the ball again. Check this out. So watch. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to sand the ball perpendicular to the ball track. So watch this. See the lines? Watch this. We're actually going to go this way. What this is going to do, sanding the ball this way, will actually make the bowling ball hook earlier. Because obviously we sanded it, right? That was good, but it wasn't enough performance. So sanding the bowling ball perpendicular fashion is going to give you more performance. Now, same concept here. You have to sand the entire surface of the bowling ball. So even though we're starting sanding this way, we got to get over here. We got to get over here. We got to get over here, right? You got to sand the entire surface of the bowling ball. I can't stress that enough. If you don't sand the entire surface of your bowling ball is illegal. Period, point blank, end of story. That bowling ball will get kicked out of competition. But you are allowed to sand the bowling ball any direction that you want, as long as it's consistent, which now we've done. Once again, we want to wipe off the excess. You can see that pad One of the best parts about TrueCut by CTD is that pad loads up, but it keeps the ability to keep cutting. And like I said, you can watch that dust fly, knock that right out. Now, with that being said, to all the proprietors that are watching this video, we want to make sure that we clean that up. So we would definitely wipe off this area and the floor just to get the dust off, so we don't want dust all over the place. Now, this bowling ball now has lines that are going perpendicular to the track. So now what we're going to do is have them throw it again. So watch the ball motion change. This is going to make the ball pick up a little bit earlier now. Actually, that was really strong. So let's take a look. We'll take a look. You can see here, this definitely had an impact. So that's what happens when we actually sanded the ball perpendicular to the track. So show out how it was initially. This is the initial shot. Watch the ball motion there. This is when we sanded it parallel to the track. And this is when we sand it perpendicular to the track. Now you've just learned a new way to change your ball reaction. CEO Ronald from Creating the Difference. Have a great day.